Hello dear creative friends, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Karina and I'm creating DIY and Cricut tutorials to make your life easier and help you create cute and useful products for your daily life and your small business. Today in the center of our attention are the acrylic table numbers. To be honest, I'm very new to working with vinyl and this is my first DIY using vinyl and acrylics, so please treat this video as more of a maybe inspiration and not strictly as a guide or as a tutorial on how to make this. Alrighty, so let's get started. As the first step, I had to create the cut files, which are the numbers for my table signs. You can do it in Cricut Design Space directly or basically any other graphic design software. I'm always using Figma, so I've basically typed the numbers from 1 to 8 in my pre-selected font. You can choose whatever the font you like. I wanted my numbers to be quite bold and defined so that they are visible from the distance. I've saved my files in PNG format so that I'm able to upload them to Design Space. Once in Design Space, I've decided to create a mock-up of my acrylic sign in order to decide how to position the numbers. This pendant shape in Design Space was the closest to my actual table number, so I've decided to choose it. At the same time, I have changed the width and height of my sign according to the reality. I've decided to use my mockup as a grid, which will guide me where to put my vinyl numbers. So I have changed its color and also the cut settings. I've changed it to print, then cut, so that I can print this grid directly from Design Space. So first of all, I have used the basic shape line to mark the middle of the shape. Keep in mind that for the line to be visible during printing, it will also have to be in print then cut setting. And the second line will mark where the bottom of my numbers will be positioned. Once it's done, you can kind of merge the whole shape by selecting it and clicking Attach. Then I've uploaded one of the numbers to actually see how it will look like on the shape. This type of mockup will help you to understand what is the best size of the vinyl numbers to choose. Here I've kind of played around with the size. I have centered it using my lines and decided that around 9.2 up to 10 centimeters will be okay. It's worth testing this mockup with another number, since for example number 2 is a little bit wider, so we will see if 10 centimeters will be okay. And it's perfect. Once we're happy with the result, we can print this mock-up out or print this grid out so that we can position our transparent acrylic sign on it and see where to paste our vinyl. A couple of things to keep in mind when printing out your grid. When you are sending it to printer, you want to remove the bleed option and enable Use System Dialog option. This way you will be able to save your grid as PDF on your computer, reuse it later, or adjust the print settings. Alright, so we're now ready to upload all of our cut files into Cricut Design Space so that we can cut it out. Make sure you're always uploading, or make sure that you're always cutting as a basic cut. Don't worry if you upload some of the numbers as print then cut setting, you can change it later on. So we want our numbers to be the same size, so I will adjust it in the top bar. I'll also position the numbers on the canvas so that there is a little gap between them. Once all the numbers are in place, we can select them and click Attach so that their position is fixed. Okay, so the numbers on the mat look exactly how we envisioned. I will also pay attention to how many centimeters they are taking up on this mat so that I don't cut too much vinyl. For this project, I will be using Cricut Smart Permanent Vinyl in white color, and I will be cutting it on the mat since I have Cricut Maker. I've gotten these transparent acrylic table numbers off the Amazon. They come in different sizes, but I have decided to take 5 by 7 inch, and I think it was the right choice. Since I don't have the Cricut Maker 3 or Explore 3, I will have to cut out the amount of vinyl material I will need for this project, stick it to the mat, and then send it to my Cricut. Previously in the design space, I have seen that my numbers will use up around 22 centimeters length and around 29 width, so I will cut this much of vinyl and stick it to my mat. Perfect, let's send it for cutting. Little quality check, and I'm ready to prepare my numbers for transfer by cutting them. I have removed the excessive vinyl using the weeding tool. Alrighty, so here's the grid which we printed out earlier, and as you can see, the acrylic table number fits perfectly. The horizontal line will define where the bottom of the number will be placed, and the central vertical line will define the middle of my number. I've used the normal transparent tape in order to transfer my vinyl to acrylics. Measured how much tape I need to transfer the number, and then cut the stripes and stuck it to this cotton bag in order to make them a little bit less sticky. I have then covered the number with 2 stripes of the transparent tape in order to transfer it. Number came off without bigger issues, but I would probably recommend using transfer tape when working on important projects. Using the horizontal line, I have positioned my number and also centered it using the vertical line. Using this Cricut tool, I've stuck my vinyl to the acrylics to make sure that there are no air bubbles. And after that, from top to bottom, I have removed my transparent tape. It turned out to be quite a challenge since the tape was so strong, but at the end it turned out fine. And here is more of the process. So the table numbers turned out to be very nice. The only thing I would change is probably using the actual transfer tape instead of the normal transparent tape, since I ended up having a little bit of the adhesive residue on my table numbers. But it was cleanable, so at the end of the day, I'm very happy with the final product. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this type of content, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. See you next week!